Oh, I guess we're on. Okay. Dreary gray morning here in New Brunswick, just outside of Fredericton in Hanwell, NB, if you are tuning in from somewhere else. But yay! Not a lot of people hanging around. That's why we take a break in summer. People got stuff to do. So, yes, Victoria Day weekend is coming up, the long weekend here in Canada. Uh, Good morning, Danielle. Oh, thank God. So Victoria Day is coming up on Monday, which means the shop will be closed. Long weekend, yay! More time for sewing or probably summer stuff if it's going to be nice out. Recent excitement here in my neighborhood was the power company came up the street very, very slowly because they were chopping down all the brush and trees that were in the way of the power lines, including some of my neighbor that's right before us, which makes it really hard to see my driveway. So it's very, very well, maybe not very easy, but a heck of a lot easier to see the end of my driveway now, to see the shop signs, because generally neighbors don't like it when you go cutting down their brush. Who knew, right? And it's in a spot that they don't use, so they didn't care. But yeah, most of that is trimmed now. It's easier to see the place. So if you were thinking of coming on by for a little summer trip, road trip, a little easier to find now. Yay! And hello, Prissa. Oh my God, hi. You guys are making me feel like I'm awake today. Are you both tuning in from the same place? That's what I want to know. That would be funny. Victoria Day, summer break. Okay, the other summer thing that's coming up is, as you know, I haven't taken in any long arm quilting for a while. My hair is a mess, sorry. But I do have a list of long armors. If you are in the area and you need a quilt done, these ladies and gentlemen will definitely help you out. I'm supposed to be working on my own stuff after I'm done the people on my list. If you're on my list, you already know about it. Um, so after I'm done the few quilts that are left, I was supposed to be working on my stuff during the summer, but the husband is going to rip up the basement floor and redo it, which means the long arm has to come apart. Yay! Danielle, you're in different rooms. Yeah, you'll get that echo if you don't. Yeah. So the other thing I did, let's get on to the fun stuff. That's all the like housekeeping things. I made a runner with the sail away fabric. Since it is almost summer, people are out, they got the boats out, getting their boats out. And I've had people come in, they're redoing their cushions, they're redoing their little curtains and things. Hello, good morning, Cindy. So I made a little runner from the sail away. I got fancy. I got fancy and it's like a braid and I matched up all the pieces. Yeah, nice blue border for the sea and the ocean. I know. It's really nice. I used the Tasty Table Runner pattern from Jaybird Quilts. It uses the Hex and More ruler. They're half hexagons. And I've done you up a little bundle. It uses 2.5-inch strips. So I've cut you up what you need it. And for only $27, you can make a runner too. It's cheaper this way because you didn't have to buy a quarter meter because I already pre-cut the stuff for you. I know. And it's super easy. I whipped this up within the last week. Actually did a ton of work on it last night. As you can see, it's gorgeous. When will I quilt it? From the looks of it, not this summer. So that's that. If you are interested, come see me. Drop me a line. I have one, but I can easily make up more. Don't like to make up a lot. So what else have I been working on? Sometimes I look around the shop and I'm like, what can you do with this? Or customers, I'll hang some stuff up, some fabric, itchy nose. And customers will be like, I love it. It's gorgeous. What do I make with it? And you go, yeah, good question. What do we make with it? First place I had is to the internet, and I had this panel, the art theory panel, with a big circle of like flowers and stuff in all different rainbow shades. Where is it? Well, I can't show you the whole panel now because I've cut it. Ha! I did design a project. I wasn't inspired by anything I saw online, so I came up with my own design. Some of this is representative. I use EQ software and I didn't feel like putting in the fabric that I was actually using. So I just picked some dots because it sort of looked the same. So I came up with this design. I've since changed this. And I changed the log cabins on the sides too. Yeah, it's part of the development process. You design something on paper, and then when you start putting it together, you change it. It's an artistic thing. So yeah, here's like the middle section. See, is these panels, and I've cut them into half circles, and I put this really nice block, big in the middle. It's a 20-inch block in the middle. And sometimes with panels, you have to extend them a bit, and I have some fabric that pretty much matched. So that's like the middle section. And thank you, Danielle. I love, I'm thinking about my creative process lately. I've seen other videos that they start working on things and they sort of talk it out as they're doing stuff so that you can follow along their creative process. I'm thinking about doing that because maybe somebody finds it interesting. So this is the log cabin. You see it's very subtle. And I actually changed it so they were pointing inwards instead of pointing outwards. And this is very interesting because sometimes when you look at something, you're like, well, that's kind of pointless. And why would you cut it up to do that? Sometimes, but this is kind of like a gradient type fabric. And I've cut a bunch of strips. And when I did the log cabin, I sort of used like every other strip to form the logs. So the gradient was a little bit off, but still sort of gradient. Yeah. So that turned into this. I thought it would be interesting because again, people are like, this is cool. Would make a very cool back. What does it look like when you cut it up? Well, let's find out. So this is a piece I'm working on and we'll see how it goes. I've gotten some good feedback on it, that's for sure. Chuck it over there. I couldn't bring my design wall here and I didn't want to like do the live from the office. Somebody just got up. Somebody. So in our office, we have 2 recliners for me and the boss, and there is a little tiny round table. I think it was supposed to be a plant stand. Also, hi, good morning. Hi, good morning. Hi, Carlinda. Good morning. Thank you. So I made a little round table topper because we had 2 mug rugs on them and they keep moving around. So I'm like, that's it. I'm just making a round one. And these were leftovers from this runner that I made over up here with that coffee fabric. Just a few leftovers. I'm like loving the leftovers. And look, boring beige on the back. It doesn't have to be exciting. We're just going to spill coffee on it and tea. And there will probably get some chocolate all over that too. But it's for our office, so who cares, right? So the other cool thing that I was working on, and I actually have a customer who's going to try this because they didn't can't quite find the right shade of a batik that they're looking for. Sometimes you need like really light stuff. And if you're a shop owner, like I'm a shop owner, hint, hint, Danielle, sometimes you have fabric, you're like, it's just not going to move. It's just, you're tired of looking at it. I'm tired of looking at it. So I looked at some of these batiks and I have dyed fabric before. And I thought, well, what if I could dye them a different color? And then I thought, well, a lot of these are dark. Can't really dye over dark colors, but you can if you bleach them first. So here's a bit that I've bleached and you see it's come out to this peachy color and I let it I didn't immerse it. I let it travel up. So this didn't get as much bleach. So it was more of a faded color. Yeah. So I let these soak for a while. And when you're bleaching things, it's also called discharging the dye. You can do lower strength. You can put it in for a little bit just so it doesn't go pulling all the colors out. And I guess you can make it stop bleaching if you rinse it thoroughly and then add peroxide. Please be careful with the chemicals. You don't want to accidentally, make some toxic fumes. I had a link about discharging with bleach in the last newsletter if you're interested, but that was the little bit that I tried. And then I went through and I took a snippet of all these other batiks that I have that are in the hallway actually. And I dyed every single shade and wound up with this cool, once I put them in here, this was like a really cool gradient. They're all very peachy, which was a surprise to me, but it's almost like I got new fabric. Huh. It's really weird. And then I got some weird artsy ideas because I've always wanted to do something like make a quilt and then dye it. Now I'm thinking make a quilt and then bleach it because that would be cool, or bleach like half of it. I have weird artsy ideas. It would be for an art piece, of course, not for like a functional type quilt. That would be weird. Well, maybe not. That's what art is. It's weird. See? Like, look at those shades. Some of them are not quite white, but they're very, very light, and it's very hard to get some light batiks. Like somebody was in yesterday and they needed some shades of pink, and the lightest shade of pink that I had was 2 steps darker than what the pattern maker had been using. And for the very lightest shade, you needed it. She was doing a collage. You needed a piece that was literally this big. So I said, just offhand, like, you may just bleach it. So she was all for it. She's like, for a piece that big, yeah, I'll try it. So if you're just doing like a collage and you need a little thing that's 2 steps lighter, bleach it. I know, right? I was the kid in high school bleaching my stuff and dyeing things and doing weird things to my clothes. Didn't get the hair yet. If it had been a thing back then, yeah, I totally would have. Except it was too out there. It was just for the punks. Anyway, I am off topic. Mm. So I think Danielle was saying, yes, I probably should videotape me figuring stuff out. It is kind of funny some way. Also, I swear at myself. Okay, so the other thing I wanted to talk about was just some leftovers and odds and ends that were in the shop just to help clear them out and things because, everything's winding up. People are switching to different hobbies for summer, or they're scaling down their quilting, or they're making smaller things. I don't have a lot of these left now, but these little panels, the big panels that I got in, most of them, I think there's one left. But I had cut a couple up into the smaller pieces because they're all food. They are smaller than a fat quarter, but not by much. They are big enough to make, yeah, they are 12 by 14. 12 by 14 pieces. They're $2. This one has potato chips all over it, and they're all food themed. They're digitally printed. There's potato chips and popcorn and pretzels and beer and French fries and pizza and fries and just pizza. Oh, I know. Yeah, I'm getting hungry. And pretzels. Yeah, I said pretzels. Is there bacon left? I think the bacon is all gone. There was some bacon. I think the bacon's all gone, honey. So these are great for things like microwavable bowls. If you want to make a reusable snack bag to take on your vacation with whatever kid is in the back who's going, nanny, mom, auntie, I'm hungry. Here's your bag of snacks, kid. Give it back to me when you're done. We'll just wash it for the next trip. That sort of fun thing. I do have a customer who's making their son a quilt out of these because he likes to sit under a quilt and eat his snacks while he watches TV and plays his video games. And I'm like, he's living the life. Might as well. Before I get to the rest of the fabric, I got some other things. I was cleaning my office. That's dangerous. And I gave away a bunch of scrapbooking stuff already. But these are mostly from last year, and I don't need them anymore. But when we order fabric, we can go view it online, or the rep can come visit us, or they can send us catalogs. Sometimes we get all of them. So these are what they call lookbooks. You can view these online anyway. They make them public. They don't have any prices in them. The prices for the shop owner are different. Lookbook spring. Yeah, see? This is the Feathered Nest line, and it was way back, and it says, I had to order this by January 2022 if I wanted it in my shop. So if you basically like paper crafts, or you are into looking at pretty fabric, whoops, wrong way. There we go. These would be great for, like I said, collages, paper crafts. You need some textures, colors and things in the background for stuff. It's all fabric that's out in the stores right now. I have a stack of these. Even have like Ruby Star Society. Stacks and stacks and stacks. Even if you just want some inspiration, some ideas. Lots of ideas. the things. I have these catalogs, and please come by and take some. Just take them. Go ahead. Yeah, my gift to you. Just take one, please. The other fun thing that I'm doing, I bet you didn't know that I would do this for you. It does take some lead time. One of my favorite customers, Janet, one of the Janets, she's like, "Hey, I want to make this quilt. You're going to quilt it for me." Okay. Probably it's like next it's a show quilt. So yeah, it's a ways off. She's like, "I need these colors." And she sends me this picture. She's like, "Can you pick them out for me? And I'll be by to pick them up next Thursday." Okay. I need this much for this pattern. You too can do this. You have to give me some lead time, and you don't have to. I mean, if you're a regular, you probably don't need you. Well, even if you aren't much of a regular, as long as it's not like $500 worth of fabric, like, yeah, I'll get it all ready for you. So she needed like 3 shades, light, medium, and dark of all the rainbow colors. I got the warms done. Tomorrow's Thursday. I got lots to do. But yeah, this is the Janet bin. She'll pick it up later. I will do that for you too. I know, because I'm nice like that. No, because it means that you don't have to sit here and wait while I'm chopping up all your fabric for you. Especially if you already know what you want, or you're just like, you picked out for me. People say I'm reasonably decent at picking out fabric. So if I get stuck, I ask Ron or Emma. I know. I'll double check with you. Come on. So remember, I had the fairy panel and matching fabric. There are 2 1-meter cuts left of the fabric that matches the panel. Lots of panels left. Only 2 meters of the fabric left. So if you were thinking about some of that, you might want to come get it. I think it was 15 a meter. Yeah. So yeah, in my cleanup, I was looking at some leftover things from the quilt show that was a few weeks ago. I was like, I should show you some of the one-off things that are left. I did up kits for the Watch Me Grow quilt. See, little fox, little growth chart. I have one left. One kit left. I need a bigger bag. It's even got the backing in there. You can make one just like my sample. It's $50. There's only one, like I said. It's yours if you want it. This nice one made out of lawn, rainbowy stuff. There's also one kit left of that, similar to this. That's $30. I mean, $30, you get yourself a baby quilt ready for a gift. I read that most babies are born in August, so you got time to make that. There is this Wildwood kit. If you've seen with the tiny houses, this is some of the ones. This is like the ones I donated. I held on to a couple more, or actually there was a couple more in the shop. I didn't know where they were. One left, finally. It's $35. Makes a lap size. Nice browns and greens. A little bit of teal. Very foresty. It's yours if you want it. I have more than one of these kits left for the raindrops and sunshine. I had this hanging on the wall with the nice little rainbow panels in the middle. I have a few of these left, and again, they're only $50. See, looks like that. Directions lovingly written by me. All bundled up, everything you need in here except for the backing and the batting. So there's that. And these sort of shuffled to the bottom. They shuffled to the bottom of the bin, so I'm bringing them up. Just little table toppers and runners for quick projects. There's only 2 of this design, but I changed the binding or accent fabric in each one. So they're identical, except for this one has like a brown accent, and this one has a red one, a country red. Same with, and they were only 30, but that's the pricey fabric. That's the Moda Civil War reprint stuff. 2 more little table toppers. Same thing here. One's sort of brown accents, and the other one is red accents. There's only 2 left. They would make cute little gifts, either in the kit for your favorite quilter, or finish them up for someone. I mean, yeah, they're pretty nice. So, is that it? I think that's it. Wow, yeah. Yep, the weather's been warm. I've been working on paperwork in the background. Paperwork, emails, documents, spreadsheets, images, website stuff, new technology. This is a new card reader that we will be testing. It's not ready to go yet, but we'll be switching everything over during the summer. Excuse me. During the summer, we will be switching some of our stuff over so that all of my website stuff and my in-store point of sale stuff are just one system, not two systems. Like the website is one thing right now and the point of sale is another thing, and they have to communicate, and sometimes that doesn't work so well. Now it's going to be, hopefully, crossing my fingers, all in one. And it'll be very easy for me to work at and maintain, and hopefully you won't notice much of a difference on your end. If all goes well, you won't notice a thing other than you tap in this thing. It's got the number pad with the letters too. If you're one of these people, the current system, it just comes up with the number pad, and half the people trying to use their pin are like, it doesn't have the letters. I don't know what it's gonna, I can't remember the numbers. I just thought that was funny. Anyway, so that's one of the other things we're working on other than redoing the basement floor downstairs. I know. The tulips are out, the trees are trimmed, the tank is clean. If you've ever watched Finding Nemo, that is from Finding Nemo. The tank is clean. Thankfully, nothing new showed up in the past little while because I'm still cleaning out the back porch of the bagged batting. But if you need batting, I have lots of bags. So I guess I will go back to whatever it was I was doing. Yeah, cutting fabric for Janet because she's coming tomorrow to pick up her fabric. So I should have that ready for her. And I need more chocolate. So, yep, see, we're winding down. Next week will be our last Wednesday live video. I will have one more video surprise for you after that, but I will tell you about that next week. I know. And then we will truly be on a summer break, extras wise. I mean, the store's still open, still regular hours, meander by. And I guess I'll see you later. Hope it gets a nice, sunny, not too warm day where you are. I'll catch you on the flip side. Bye, people. Bye. Goodbye. 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 The Queen Wave.